Hello everyone and welcome to TIP Annual Conference 2022, themed The Parenting Advantage. We're bringing you coaches from all over the world, from Nigeria, Australia, Germany, Canada, the USA, and the United Kingdom, even India. Get ready, your mind will be blown, your parenting game will be lifted high. You want to be a part of this. My name is Joy Unspeakable and I am the official MC of the Intentional Parents Academy. See you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tolulope Ojo. I'm a mother and the face behind Relic Signature. At Relic Signature, we offer fun educational resources and activities that can keep your children engaged all day and at the same time build essential life skills. Our products have helped a lot of parents connect better with their children, and it has also helped spark imaginations and increase creativity in these children. Our products can help build skills such as interpersonal skill, problem-solving skill, critical thinking, patience, resilience, and a lot. Some of our top-notch products are diamond block, building block, lasso kit, punch needle kit, paint by number, diamond painting, just a few to mention. We have a lot to offer and support the best environment to nurture your kids. Visit us today at Redeemer Estate Plaza, Lugbe, online on our Instagram handle Relic_signature. Remember, never stop having fun. We look forward to meeting you. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome to our last session for the night. My name is Joy Unspeakable, and I want to say a big thank you to TIP for organizing this conference and to Coach Wendy for this amazing opportunity to moderate once again on this conference. Welcome everyone. How has it been? We've had 5 sessions today, and this is the 6th one. We have 3 sessions in the morning, and this is the 3rd one this evening. How has it been so far? Have you been getting value? Are you overwhelmed like some people already have? Drop in the comment section. I see they heard. Drop in the comment section. How has it been for you today through all of the sessions? Just one word to describe how it has been. Today is day 6 and tomorrow is day 7. The coach, our VC herself, is going to be coming with anointing tomorrow. Drop one word. Just tell me how it has been. How has it been for you? I want to see your messages. If it has been hot, just drop the fire emoji. You know how we do it. If it has been humbling, wear your humility agbada, like Auntie Etima will say, drop a comment to show how humbling it has been for you. Okay. All right, so the Intentional Parents Academy has been running the Inner Circle program for years now. And there are amazing testimonies from the Inner Circle. Now, if you don't know, the Inner Circle is where we turn all of this information you're getting here, we turn them around and implement them. We don't just get knowledge overload. We use them. We get tools every day to connect with our children. All right, so we have a testimony from a Yada right now. I want you to listen to it, and when we come back, I'll be giving you some more info about the Inner Circle program of the Intentional Parents Academy. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Chinwema Essien. I'm a wife, a mother of 3 adorable children. I'm also a professional nurse practicing in the UK and a member of the Inner Circle. I joined the Inner Circle in December 2021. That was last year. I've followed the Intentional Parents Academy on Facebook for some years now, but I had always wanted to be in the Inner Circle just because, yes, that's the powerhouse of the academy. So come December, it didn't look like the right time to be in the Inner Circle because a lot was going on in my life. I had a sick son who ended up having a surgery. I had a husband whose business was going through challenges, and that was affecting him and putting a strain on our marriage. But I kept on, hung up in that group and continued to feed my mind with all that is being taught there. And trust me, it transformed me as a person. It helped me, equip me with the skills and the knowledge that I needed to navigate the trying times of my life. It's affected every area of my life, my children, my marriage. Everything we're taught in the Inner Circle just has a way of transforming you as a person, and then the ripple effect of transforming others around you. And trust me, it's been an awesome experience that I cannot look back. I don't have any regrets. And I speak to you out there today as a parent. If you're still asking, what is it about the Inner Circle? The Inner Circle is the expectation. Coach Wendy is the expectation. You join it, and then you can speak for yourselves, because no matter how little you try to practice what is taught in that Inner Circle, it brings about phenomenal transformation, trust me. Things that you don't expect, things that you don't know. It has helped me to be able to read more than I do before. Thank you.
Did you hear that? So what are you waiting for? Let's change your parenting game, all right? Your life will never remain the same again. I'm sure you've heard so many amazing testimonies already, and I am here still wondering what you're doing. Don't be one of those people that get overwhelmed by all of the information we give you on the conference alone. Come and make it work. Change the narrative. Stop doing all the old things you've been doing and expect a different result. It's defined as insanity. Now we're going to be having our last speaker for tonight for day 6 in the person of Isaac Onuoha. Isaac Onuoha is someone who I've listened to on the TIP conference for a while. I've listened to him speak several times. I've never met him, and today is going to be my first time, and I am excited. Now, Isaac Onuoha is one of those speakers, one of those coaches that when he speaks, you have a mind shift. Now, let's quickly take his bio, and when we return, I'll be speaking directly with Isaac Onuoha.
Mr. Isaac Onuoha is the Managing Director of Corporate Orem Nigeria Limited and Mind and Emotion Center, which combined are targeted at health, mind, body, and spirit, and they are into the distributions of health products. He is a pharmacist and a 6-second certified emotional intelligence practitioner, assessor, and advanced trainer. He is also a sensory anger and stress management coach, business administrator, reflexologist, and neuro-linguistic programming trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the TIP Annual Conference 2022, Mr. Isaac Onuoha.
Hello. Did you see how short that bio was? Well, it will shock you, the man you're about to receive. I hope you have your jotters. I hope you have your pen. I have mine. I'm ready because I know that I'm going to experience another mind shift. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Welcome to the TIP Annual Conference. Okay, we seem to be having a network glitch. Hello, sir. Okay, while we're waiting for him, let me just take a few quotes that I've heard from Isaac Onuoha, all right? So he says that there are no useless brains, only brains that are used less. There are no useless brains, only brains that are useless. Are you using your child's brain less, or you call him useless? Are you armed with the information, with the knowledge that you need to parent your child? All right, so Isaac Onoja is also a brain and muscle coach. I've never heard this before, but he's going to explain to us, I'm certain, what a brain and muscle coach does. So I am waiting for Isaac, to have Isaac Onoja back in the studio. All right, so Isaac Onoja is going to be talking to us tonight about how to create a parenting advantage for your child. How to create a parenting advantage for your child. What is that advantage that your child has because you parented them? What is that advantage? Why should you? Earlier on, we heard Kid Joe. I listened to Kid Joas when he talked about the 5 generational, something to do with generational advantage, the 5 generational rule about parenting. So are you going to be that break in transmission, or you're going to be the one who changes the narrative, who rewrites the story? Who is not the parent that gives orders? Oh, obey me, obey me. We heard Pastor Favor talk about that yesterday. Are you are you that legalistic parent? What is that advantage? Are you a godly parent? And she said something about godly parents not being a parent that is just spiritual. Are you a parent armed with knowledge? Are you a parent that is impactful? Do you impact your world? How are you modeling the things that you're teaching your children? I'm still waiting for Isaac Onoja to come in, and I can't wait for him to blow our mind. But before he does, let's just go into the comment section of this stream and begin to put comments of how the last 5-6 days has been for you. How has it been for you? Has it been life-changing? How has it been for you? What are you going to do differently? I need you to write in the section what you're going to do differently after this conference. Tomorrow is the very last day, and the Mama Cathedral herself is coming with anointing. Are you ready? Now, before you receive the anointing, your mind has to be ready. You have to be prepared. How prepared are you for tomorrow being the last day? How prepared are you? Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening.
That is there. I have been preaching your message. I hope that I've done justice to it. Welcome, sir, to the TIP Annual Conference 2022. It's my privilege. It's a pleasure for me to be the one to moderate your session today. I've heard so much about you. I've listened to you, and I am super excited to listen to what you have to say to us today about creating an advantage, a parenting advantage for our children. Welcome, sir. Okay. Hello, sir, are you there? Okay. Okay, so I have something amazing that has happened to me on TIP this period, right? So for the past 3 days, I have moderated 3 sessions, and interestingly, in all of the sessions, we seem to have network glitches. Is that a coincidence or what? All right, so while we're still waiting for Isaac Onoja, I asked you earlier to drop in the comment section what you have learned, what you would do differently after this conference. What will you do differently? Now, usually seminars like this, conference like this are done to change, for you to learn new things, to unlearn what you've known and to relearn. All right. And then after you do all of this, you change the way you do things. You put plans into action. You put strategies to work. You go back to the drawing board, find out what you're doing that is no longer working, and then what you would do differently. So what are you going to do differently about parenting your child? Now, the coach Wendy always says that parenting is first about you. It's not about your child. So you need to go back. Some of us parents need to go back and parent ourselves. So you need to go back to the drawing board and start with you. It is not about your child. It is about you. So what I'm going to do now is take some of the quotes. You know, I'd mentioned to Coach that we should actually have a parenting quote book. Not just a parenting quote book generally, but at least parenting quote book for TIP Annual Conference 2022. There were so many amazing quotes, and I'm going to go over a few of them. So there are some of the quotes I have here is, it is not where you take your child to that matters, but what you instill in them. It is not where you take your child to that matters, but what you put inside of them. That incorruptible seed, that thing they will do even when you're not there. All right. So David, this is a quote from David's session where he talked about drug abuse. Now, he also said something about parental pressures. I remember when I was growing up, and my father actually wanted me to become a lawyer. And so somehow I didn't meet certain cutoff marks, and then somehow I didn't get admission to study law. And so I studied English language at the end of the day. Guess what my father told me? He said, enjoy, it's not over. You know, when you finish this English, you can go again, go and do a postgraduate. The man just wanted a lawyer for his ego. So some of us parents, we want our children to be what they are not, or what God did not propose for them to be because of our ego. Some of us rush our children straight to school before before it is even time because of our ego. We want to say, oh, that is mommy doctor. Oh, her child is just 15 and is graduated from secondary school already. Hello. Do you want your child to become you, or the best version of themselves, or exactly what God created them to be? So I'm going back to our quotes, and there's another one of our quotes that says, you war with knowledge. What knowledge do you have? You war with knowledge. What knowledge are you equipped to parent your child? Like Coach always says, the best time to start parenting courses is even before marriage. It's even before you're a parent. So if you're here on this stream and you're not yet married, trust me, this is the best time. You're about to have children, you've not had children yet, this is the best time. Join the inner circle. What are you waiting for? The inner circle changed my story. It turned my life around. And every time I know that there is an accountability system that watches, apart from Coach looking at me like a hawk, you know, there's an accountability system that watches and sees what you do. In the inner circle, we monitor what you do. We monitor how you connect with your child. There are connection tools on a daily basis. We need to become intentional. Intentionality is the only way you will get intentional results. Probability will give you probable results, like Coach says. All right, so I want to also go over another quote I have here. It says that children are born geniuses. It is parenting style that de-geniuses them. Somebody please help me write that. Please help me write that. Children are born geniuses. So that child of yours is not a dunce, is a genius. It's your parenting style that is making him look like he's not doing well. So in the inner circle, in the yard, there's so many testimonies going on daily about children who were not doing well before, now doing well. What do you think changed? Your strategy. That's what changed. It wasn't the child. Notice that. Yadas are in the house. Are yadas in the house? You know what I'm talking about. So it was not the child that changed. It was you that changed. It was your strategy that changed. It was your parenting style that changed and brought out the best in that child. So there's no bad child. Only parents who parent without knowledge. There's no bad child. More quotes, more quotes. I'm waiting for my speaker. I'm sure that I will have him in the stream as soon as he is ready or is done fixing his network challenge. All right, so another quote that I got was, God can use you mightily and your children become non-entities. Coach will say, go and ask Uncle Eli. All right, more quotes. The cost of wrong association. I hope that you have your jotter. This jotter will be your lifesaver. At least while you are waiting in the waiting list. I told Coach there's going to be a waiting list before the waiting list shortly. Is that Isaac or not?
Yeah, I'm back. So sorry. I don't know what is going on.
It's fine, sir. Welcome back. We're glad to have you. Please take it away. Please take it away. We've eaten into your time already. Please, we're ready for you to wow us. Thank you, sir. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, I'm tempted.
Hi, my name is Wendy Oluli and I'm the founder of Intentional Parents Academy. I love to work with parents. In fact, I'd say that that's my super power, if there's anything like that.
Hello everyone, my name is Oluwatoyin Osagi-Opo. I am the director of Just Live Light Academy and the founder of the Discipleship Academy. I believe that God has called me to raise children to be Christ-centered and to live to their best potential in the world and affected generation.
My name is Auntie Eti Maumi. I'm the founder of the Responsible Teens Academy, a teen mentor and certified counselor, also known as Mama Purity.
My name is Triumph Adekule. I'm the convener of Tea and the Boys. I'm an image consultant and I'm a parent.
My name is Idris Adekule. This is my maybe wife. I'm an auditor. I'm a risk manager, and I'm also a parent of 3 kids. I'm so much interested in parenting because it has become a serious issue.
Hello everyone, my name is Joy Eshimokai. I'm the founder of House of Gladness. I'm a banker, I'm an author, I'm a life coach. Am I supposed to say I'm Coach Wendy's friend? And I'm the official MC of the Intentional Parents Academy.
My name is Chedozie Eze, and I am a teens coach, author, and founder of Teen Success Academy. I'm also the convener of 360 Success Bootcamp, themed Thrive, a bootcamp where we raise teenagers.
My name is Ebuka Ede. I'm the founder of Save the Boys Initiative and the convener Boys Leadership Academy. I'm a boys coach. Oh yes, the king of boys. I'm passionate about raising boys that will thrive, into raising boys that will make the global impact that we desire to see in our world today. We mentor, equip, and empower boys to live positive and productive lives. And we're in this space doing great things.
Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Mariba Chima. I am the founder of the Parenting Through Mentorship Academy and Community. I am a parent coach, an educator, and an author.
My name is Kule Ologe, marriage counselor and founder of the Marriage Seal Academy. Wendy Ologe is my wife, obviously. Wife for over 13 years, mother of my children, and personal coach. Yeah, I need to add that part.
Whoa, who is Coach Wendy to me? I call her Prof. Coach Wendy is my mentor, my teacher, my shepherd, let me use that word. And you know, one of those people that when you go left, she just teases your head back small. So she's everything to me, and she's my parenting torchlight, if I'm allowed to use that word.
Coach Wendy is an inspiration. She's someone that inspires. She's someone that when it comes to parenting, you look up to.
Coach Wendy, she's my mentor and my coach. I met her last year, and I must say it has been an amazing journey. My life has been transformed. My belief system has been transformed. And one thing about Coach Wendy is she is very value-centered. She thrives on principles and structures. You cannot have a relationship with her and not put your life in order. In terms of parenting also, she's been able to help with knowledge, you understand, knowledge on my parenting journey. So I must say it's been an amazing relationship.
Coach Wendy is my friend and coach. She plays these two roles awesomely. She's a committed friend, very loyal, and always ready to see you become better. She's a coach also because she would stop at nothing to ensure that you are what you're supposed to be as a parent.
Mother in Israel, Mama Cathedral, my mentor, my fire. Anytime I feel like, just sleeping, I'll just tell myself, what will Coach Wendy be doing now? She's somebody that inspires and motivates me in this work. People just see how far I've gone and they're like, how you did get here in a short time? I say, a lion cannot give birth to a dog now. I say, look at the lion that gave birth to me and see the fire.
Coach Wendy is many things. So Coach Wendy is my mentor. Like, the first time I used that word was actually Coach Wendy. She's also my coach, and that person that has told me the truth more than, in recent times, that she's like that person that will tell you the truth with all sincerity. Yes, that's what Coach Wendy is.
Coach Wendy is plenty things. Coach Wendy is Coach Wendy. Coach Wendy is my coach, mentor, advisor, someone I regard lately as an elder sister. You know that person that can call you and bring you and say, hey, come here. So that's who Coach Wendy is to me, and of course you know that I hold her in high esteem.
Coach Wendy is my friend, she's my coach, she's my mentor, she's my sister, she's an inspiration. She's the reason why I'm here today, sincerely.
So I usually like to say that even before I met parents, I've started intentional parenting. So a lot of people think that, some of the things that we do them because we meet parents, we need to show them. No, we started doing it and you came to meet us doing it. One of the reasons why I started the Intentional Parent Academy was my my own experiences as a parent. I got the opportunity to become a parent to a teenager when I just started parenting. And that showed me the flaws. That showed me the things I didn't know how to do. So instead of fighting or arguing, I knew that there was a better way. So I went on a journey to educate myself. I went on a journey to do courses, to find ways. And you know what? I started to do magic. And I found out that knowledge was everything about parenting. And after a while, people around me would say, why do you want to keep this to yourself? Why don't you want to teach the world what it is that you know? I see your children. There's just something about the way you parent. And boom, somewhere, somehow, I got the inspiration by God to actually begin to run an academy for parents. And today, we run one of the biggest academies in Africa. I like to call it the Parenting Harvard. So yes, that's how the Intentional Parents Academy started.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Can you
Hello,
hear me?
coach.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I was going to say the devil is a liar. Yes, he's a liar.
Yeah,
and we're back. Please take it away, sir.
Yeah.
Please.
Many thanks to you, Wendy, for this opportunity to speak to the kingmakers. I call parents kingmakers. All of us who do this work of parenting, we're all kingmakers. We're making kings, making queens, and making sure that the world revolves around greatness, and people that are born each day have people that they can rely upon. So I want to celebrate all of you who are parents. This is a parenting conference. It's not easy. And I must say here, not everybody, not one side. There's not one size that fits all. We're all struggling to make sure we bring to pass this great work that God has given to us. Like I say, if you have children, you have become a partner with God to create, to develop and bring to pass a purpose in the life of another human being. That's the role of a parent. So I celebrate all of you who are parents. Thank you very much for all that you do. And if we look at the society, all that we see in the society is the extrapolation of the parenting of the world as we speak currently. So it means if the world is not functioning the way we want it to function, or society is not functioning the way we want society to function, we must go back to parenting. Parenting is that cell. I keep saying that in the human body is a system of systems, and the world itself, all the things that happen in the world is about system creation, system functioning. But in all systems, the cell is the fundamental unit. As small as it is, that is what systems rely upon. No system functions without a cell. And I dare say that no society functions without a functioning parenting system, which is the cell. Parents, we are the number one teachers. We are like the trainers, the first trainers of children that God has put in this world. Now, many of us became parents accidentally, without parenting. We just became parents. They told us it was time to be. You are 25 now. You're 25 now. You're supposed to be married. Okay, 25. Okay, I'm supposed to. Okay. Then mommy, John came to me and told me he wants to marry me. Said, okay, do you like him? I think I like him. Okay, let's let him come. Let him come. He came and discussed with your parents, and the parents said, okay, I think he's a good guy. He works with the NNPC. I think he'll make a very good husband. And boom, you got married. Then after 1 year, there's a baby, for instance. And we're just, struggling here and there, trying to make sure we do what we think we can do. So nothing is wrong being in that position. But now, something is wrong if you refuse to seek knowledge to be able to go well on this journey. Every one of us. No one has figured it out completely yet. All of us are struggling, but in our struggles, we don't fail to your child. How to our teachings in the last 6 days, and today is another day that we have come to learn something again. So now, parenting advantage. When we talk about advantage, what comes to mind? Advantage talks about a condition or a circumstance where somebody gets a superior position. So it means that we're looking at having your own children or your own child to have a superior position in life. So how do you make that come to pass as a parent? Helping your child to have a superior position. So it means if there is a superior position, there is therefore an inferior position. So it means that if you do nothing, they say nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you do nothing, you get nothing. So if you do nothing, your child may become inferior or get an inferior a result. But if you do something, your child may get a superior result or may get a superior position, as the case may be. So we're talking about giving our children that superior position as parents. And now we've talked so much. And now when we talk about parenting, many people look first of all to the child. But parenting is not of the child, it's about you, the parent. You, the parent. Once the parent is okay, once the parent has capacity, the parent will be able to carry that child or carry the weight of that child, and the child will be able to succeed in life, that the child succeed in life generally. Now, parenting is about doing three things. Number one, it's about moving the child from dependence to independence, then to interdependence. Three things: dependence, independence, then interdependence. So a child must be moved from these three positions. From dependence means when the child is born, the child is completely dependent on you, completely, for food, for protection, for housing, for support, for everything. The child is born, and the child is born a dependent. Now you find that they won't tell you, the government will be, or your organization will be able to take care of you and your 2 or 3 or 4 dependents, right? So now your duty as a parent is to move your child from dependence to independence to interdependence. Independence comes when you have raised your child with the necessary to be able to live on their own. Independent, the child can now function without you. The child can now leave home, get independence. Now, interdependence comes where this child now can begin to, do things with you. For instance, the child is now a businessman. You have raised this child to be a businessman, and you also run a business as a parent, mother or father, and you now say, okay, you need 5 million naira to be able to do a contract that you have. That you call your child, you call Jane. Say, Jane, I have this contract I've just gotten. Is for 10 million naira. I have 5 million naira. Please, can you kindly can you borrow me 5 million naira? Then Jane will say, okay, mommy, when are you going to return my 5 million naira? I say, okay, I'm going to return it to you. The contract, the payment the contract will be done in 2 weeks, and it takes another 2 weeks for payments to come. So if you give me today, which is the 30th of July, I'm going to return to you. I'm returning it to you on the 1st of September. From your contract. So how much percentage are you going to give me on my 5 million? So mommy will say, okay, this contract is coming. I'm going to make a 10% margin. So, and for 10 million naira, for 10% margin, I'm going to be making $1 million naira. So Jane will now say, mommy, since it's you, okay, how much do you want to give me for my 10 million naira that my 5 million I'm offering you? Mommy will say, okay, I'm going to offer you 200,000. I'll give you 200,000 naira from the 1 million naira. Then Jane says, that's okay, mommy. So mommy, so are we agreeing that on the 1st of September, you're going to be crediting my account with 5.2 million naira? Mommy says, yes, I'm going to do that. Then I say, mommy, can I send you something small, like a document, so that you can sign, and I can sign, so we can hold ourselves responsible? And I said, okay, that's fine. You know, I've taught you all this before. He said, okay. And she sends you something and said, I'm borrowing you the sum of 5 million naira to be returned after 1 month with 200,000 naira as the interest. So I get 5.2 million on the 1st of September. Mommy signs, you sign. Bam! That's what is called interdependence. It means you were successful. You are doing things, you are running business with your child. You are running shows with your child. You are doing things with your child. Now, how does this come? It doesn't come easy. And that is everybody's dream. Now, we're going to be looking at how, to create an advantage for a child in 4 different. How do you create advantage for a child in living, in loving, in learning, and leaving a legacy? How do you create advantage in living, loving, learning, and leaving a legacy? Now, these are the 4 needs of every man. And to live, what environment? How do you create environment for your child to live? Number 1, your house. How is your house conducive for your child to live and to function? We say 80% of what the human being turns out is dependent upon the environment. Environment is very key. The environment of a child that you raise a child is very, very key. Where are you raising your child? How is your house, your immediate environment, your local small unit called your house, where you live with that child? How is the environment when you get out of the house? How is it? If the environment where that child is raised, your house, is not clean, I mean clean. You wake up in the morning, you clean the house, you make the bed, and the environment is clean and neat for the child may not have a superior advantage, may not have a superior position tomorrow, because once you raise a child in a house that is not clean, the child does not see cleanliness as anything. I got a transformation in my life on the very first Friday of my
We're definitely going to have this session, whether the devil likes it or not. So, yes, it's talking about moving. Parenting is about doing 3 things: moving your child from dependence to independence, and then interdependence. When he was talking about the child asking his mother for 5 million and then paying interest, I'm just wondering how. I was just thinking of how my son will ask me for money and tell me, he's going to pay interest on the money. But well, that's what parenting is about. Moving from one level to the other is growth. All right. So we're definitely having this session. And I'm ready with my notes. Are you with your notes? So I've taken down some points already. How do you create an advantage in your home for your child? How is your living condition? How is the environment where you live? He was talking about cleanliness. Now, I was raised in a home that my parents were particular about keeping the house clean. It didn't matter what was in the house as long as the house was clean. So there was something that used to happen way back. Now, I was the one that was always cleaning the house. I'm a first of 6 children, and I was always cleaning the house. Now, when I clean the house, I don't let anybody sit in the sitting room. I'll tell all of my siblings not to go into the sitting room. And everybody will go and report to dad, oh, she will not let us stay in the sitting room. But then my dad said something. He said, she cleans the house, so she's responsible. She determines who sits in the sitting room or not. So the environment where you raise your child is important. Is it clean? So while we're yet waiting for Isaac Onuoha to come back, I'd like to read some of the comments in our comment section. Somebody says, I'm glad I joined. Have you joined the inner circle, Jennifer? Someone said the scenario you painted about mother-daughter business venture is a full message on its own. I agree. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more about that. All right, so keep dropping messages in the comment section, and we're hoping that we get Isaac back. But while we're yet waiting for Isaac Onuoha, I can see him in the room. So welcome back.
Thank you very much. Where did you get to? Did you get to the point of?
We're still in number one, living
story
conditions, environment where your child is raised. So you were talking about a clean apartment. If you raise your child in a clean apartment, yes.
Okay, clean. All right. Let me take it up from there. Now, cleaning is very important. On the first, I had a transformation on the Friday. I started my secondary school on a Monday. On Fridays, we have what you call the fellowship time in the school. And Mrs. Njaka, who was the vice principal academics, came up to talk to us on that Friday, and she made a statement that stuck to me up to today. She said, cleanliness is next to godliness. And that was it. That stuck to me from then till today. A clean environment is very, very important for your functioning as a human, for your child to function optimally. There is a saying that monkey see, monkey hear, monkey do. What you see affects you. Your environment, if your environment is dirty, you may not be able to do clean things. You may not be able to want to live in very clean environment yourself. So the environment you place your child in is very important. So as a parent, one strategy for you is to make sure where you keep your child is clean. Once the child begins to grow up, you now teach this child to clean the environment that he or she stays, to clean the room, make the bed. Clean your room and make your bed. There's a reason for that. If the child is not able to stay or live in that clean environment, the child may not be able to function well because that clean environment is needed. So that living condition, external, what do you see when you go out? Do you see green? Do you see green? Do you see trees? Is your environment? Do you have an environment that is very conducive externally? Do you see the green? Do you have the green environment? Do you have flowers around? Do you have clean environment? Do you have the lawn well lawn and all that cut? Those things are very, 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 very important in the living condition of the child, providing that. So we say as parents, now parents will grow from one economic status to the other. For instance, you started at an environment that is not very not very clean or not very organized. What you need to do is to begin to plan as your economy improves to move your child or your children from that environment to a better environment. That is what growth is about. You grow As your economy improves, you improve the life of your children, and they see that improvement, and they learn that we moved from this point to this point. Like somebody will tell you that we lived in so and so environment, we're living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Then after a while, after 1 year, we got it to a 2-bedroom. Like that, we're growing. And now, as we move from one environment to the other, you discover that the child learns from that movement. That movement is very, very important for that child in the growth process and in giving that child an advantage. It means that it tells the child that in life it's a process. You move from one stage of life to the other. So you have moved. The father has moved. I mean, the parent, daddy's economy, mommy's economy has improved. So we were living at this environment before. Now we have moved. We are here today. Now, we talk about living. How about food? Nutrition. Now it's been researched. The World Nutrition Alert has shown that the diseases are being linked today to the nutrition that the nutrition during childhood that were available to children. Childhood nutrition. So they are linking disease conditions today to the way the children were fed. Obesity today, diabetes is being linked to nutrition, childhood nutrition. So what are you feeding your child is the question. No, now many of us that are struggling to make ends meet, the moment you begin to make some more money, what do many of us do? We move from healthy eating to dead eating. You start eating dead foods. You know, food of affluence. I'm an affluent, I'm very rich now. I'm now a millionaire, so I can afford those dead foods they call fast foods because they are so fast. You know, many times now you just see people just they call them instant foods, very fast. Let me tell you, for human beings, fast is slow and slow is fast. If you go so fast with those fast foods, you're going to have a lot of problems in life. Let me give you a current research that was done in UCH, University College Hospital in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. There's a kind of meal, there's an instant meal that people take right now, especially around Nigeria, that my own elder brother is a doctor. So the research was carried out. He's as an optometrist, he's a doctor of optometry. And they found that many children were coming down with eye conditions and that is leading to many blindness and all those stuff. So they became very concerned. And you know, that's what science does. Science will begin to see why they ask questions. Why is this happening in our environment? Why is it so rampant? And they did that research in UCH. Ladies and gentlemen, dear parents, do you know what was found? It was found that this instant food that people love to eat and was so fast and so tasty was the culprit in these eye conditions that children were having. So if you are a parent and you're just so very busy and you have some good money and you just buy those kind of foods and stock up and what you just tell them, put it on the fire and just boil it for 5 minutes and you'll be done. You eat and you feel full and you feel it's tasty, you feel full and you go. What you'll be doing is you would have, you know, we're talking about advantage. You would have created a disadvantage for your child. Your child will now have eye conditions, and some of the children actually go blind. And now you now begin to manage. Do you what was that? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, exactly 2 weeks ago. I was at a school graduation where we had to do some fundraising using a book to fund the School of the Blind. Parents, it's not easy to raise a child that has a visual challenge. Some of us may be even raising such children now, and it's not been easy. But do you want to create now? Do you want by yourself to cause a child to become blind because of the kind of food you give the child? Nutrition, very important. Living, we're talking about 4 things. Live, for the child to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. Living now, the meals you make for your children, are they well-made meals? Are they meals that have all the ingredients, all the classes of foods that the child providing a balanced diet, that's to say? Or you're just in a hurry, you're in a fast life, it's a digital age, you don't need to make all those food, just buy these fast foods for them and they eat and they go. Or you go to the, what do you call them now, the fast food center, give me this and give me that, your children are eating. Look at the obesity amongst children. Are you doing well with that? Are you doing well as a parent? So food, nutrition is very, very important. How about exercise? How many of us allow our children to play? Exercise is very important for health, important for their living. If your child is not playing, your child may have some conditions in the future. Your child may not be able to function the way other children function. See the obesity numbers that we're having today. The kind of school we take our children to is very, very important. Do you take your children to schools that charge you so much, but they put the children are prisoners? You have schools that are prison houses today. You bring, as the child arrives school, you put the child in the class, you start the classes from morning to when it's about 12:40, they ask for lunch, they bring out your lunch, they eat sitting. After eating, what's next? They continue the classes, and the child is released from school at 4 o'clock. The child arrives home, drives in the car, arrives home, you just see the child goes into the house, and you shut the door and say, don't go anywhere. You put the child in front of the television, the child sits there. So your child is like a couch potato, it's just there watching, adding weight, and before you know, we now have high incidences of obesity, you have children, hypertension, because a parent was not very, very intentional in making sure that the children exercise and play. And we're not also intentional in the kind of school that we take our children to school too. It's not all the schools you pay all those huge amounts of money that are very, very that are healthy. They don't bring health to your children. So it's not how much you pay. Don't join the Joneses and impoverish your child, or to put your child in a disadvantaged position. There are so many of these schools, they charge so much, but they don't really allow the children to explore. Do you know that playing, it's one aspect of the growth of a child that must be taken seriously? Do you know that the human brain has a play center? The play center is the one that stimulates creativity and innovation. So children that don't play, they don't have time to play. They don't move their bodies. Many of them are not creative, are not innovative. Have you wondered why we spend today, in our days now, you see so many children are spending so many hours in school, but do you know that we're not getting a lot of innovation? Check it and see. We're not getting so much of innovation from our children. Why? Because many of these schools don't allow them to play. They don't allow them to have fun. It's been found that it is during play that the learnings are connected. The connection of learning comes during play. So allow children to play. As you create that time, they must play. You know, my children, when they come back from school, the first thing I ask them is, did you play today? Did you play today? If the answer is yes, good. I'll say, okay, after when you finish doing your homework and all that, you go out again and have some time to play. It's very important. You have to create that structure so that your child will be able to play and get those things connected. Let them play, laugh, and when they fall, they rise again. Those things strengthen them. It tells them that once you fall, you can rise. But children that don't play, they don't make mistakes, they don't lose, they don't go for matches or go for they don't have competitions amongst themselves where they fail. They try to score this goal, they didn't get it, the other team won. When the other team won, the child will begin to cry. You ask the child, why are you crying? Say, I lost. You know, that's life. Sometimes you win, other times you lose. You must make them begin to learn these things from the little play. So we have talked about that, living for them. So we talked about the environment, the nutrition, now exercise for where the child lives. Now, how about to love? Do you train your children to love? Love is very, very important. Everyone, all of human nature, all of human existence is supported by love. What do you show your children? Love yourself. Once they make mistakes, do you correct them in love? Or you just hit them, you make them feel that they shouldn't, mistakes are not allowed? Have you not discovered that even as parents, many of us are still struggling with how we were raised? Because our parents, when we made mistakes, they didn't allow us. Mistakes was not allowed. So if you made a mistake, you were punished for making a mistake. So today, many of us shy away from making mistakes. Many of us, to even put ourselves together to do businesses, we're not able to do those businesses, or to be able to take risks because our parents did not allow us, did not consider mistakes as part of life. Love tells you that yes, you could make a mistake, you learn from your mistake, and you move on. How do you teach love? You teach love by being kind to your children. They look at you. When they are hungry, you provide meals for them. Your provision is not conditional. You make meals available. Once there's a need for school fees, you make it available. Those things are considered as love. It's not you not being a spendthrift. You spend all your money. When it's time to send children to school, you're not able to pay school fees. The children will interpret it as you don't love them. And once you interpret it as you don't love them, a problem that you now have something brewing already from that area. So to love, you train them to love other people. You're going to visit your cousins. Once you're going to visit anyone, take something along with you. Take some, if you have biscuits in the house, take some biscuits along just to express love, to show them that you thought about them and you brought something to them. Take if you don't have anything at home, you're going, tell mommy and daddy will buy fruits you can package and give to your friends, or to give to your cousins, or to whoever you're going to visit. You're training them to love people, and always teach them to greet people. Teach them to greet people. Salutation or greeting is the first expression of love. Greet people with a smile. I tell my children, greet the young, greet your mates, and you greet everyone you meet. That's what I tell them. Both people who are younger than you or older than you, your mates, you greet everyone. Anywhere you go, greet people. Greet people. Greeting is very, very important. Greet. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. With a smile. Teach them. And that's the first expression of love. To greet, to salute people, greet them. Let it be part of them. My father taught us that if you are anywhere and you find an elderly person coming to the environment, and you're sitting and there's no seat for the elderly person, you stand up for the elderly person to sit. Those things help the child to grow. It helps them to grow. It helps them to have an advantage in life. There are some children that doors open by just the way they greet. You say your children greet. I can't imagine many of these children no longer greet, because see, it's not being woke for children to be quiet, not to greet people. Let them greet. Very, 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 very important. Now, that's to love. Love, show them. Tell them love is universal. Love is from the heart. Let them love people. Let them help people. Once they are in school and there's need to help somebody pick up their bags to let them help people. Always let them render a helping hand. Let them support. Let there be that support. Somebody needs to pick up this, volunteer to do things for your classmates, volunteer to do things for your teacher in class, to pick up something, to drop a bag here, or to go drop something in the classroom. Let them have this sense of commitment to other people, to be able to support them in what they do. Then that is interpreted for children. That is what they interpret as love. Now, it's good also to tell them you love them. Parents, tell your boys and your girls you love them. Many boys have not been loved, have not been told that they are loved, and they're having a lot of problems. They're having issues. 2 weeks ago, I was at this same place, graduation I went. I talked about this, and one of the children there started crying and crying, went to his parents, and was crying and said that they have never told him they love him. it became another thing during the event that day. And the parents came to me and said, see what my child is. I said, yes, thank God you're here, and you please tell him every day. It reinforces that and makes them feel good. It makes them feel that they are also human beings and their parents support them in all that they do. Tell your children, tell the girls you love them, tell the boys you love them, give them a hug them, and let them have that feeling that my parents love me. And if you do that for them, by extension, you have created an advantage for them in their future. Now, to learn, teaching your children to learn. What advantage do you give children to when they learn? Learning is endless. Learning is for a lifetime. Make your children know that learning is not for a season. As you are learning as adults and parents, make sure your children are also learning along with you. Make sure that your children, they do their homework. They do their homework. They do, once the homework is done, give them things, what do you call it? Give them, ask questions from the homework that was done. Ensure that during the weekends, when they are not as they're so busy, you have an interaction about a book. Let them read books. For if they are boys, they read books that talks about being how to be a gentleman, because to these days we don't find so many gentlemen. A lady came to me and told me, how can you guys help us create gentlemen? We need to have more gentlemen. Now you begin to teach your child how to be gentle. How? As a father, your child looks at you. Are you gentle? Because to train a child means that your child watches you, as you go. They watch your movement. Are you gentle? Do you respond to people in a fashion that is deemed to be gentle? Do you give people that benefit of the doubt whenever they are going through times of stress? Do you support people to be able to do or achieve the things they want to achieve? Do you help your child to be able to follow through in what they have to learn? So learning, and for you as a parent, learning must continue. Learning, be a professional learner like we're doing right now. We're all learning in this conference. Professionally, you learn. You take courses. You do you buy courses. You take courses. You do academic learning where you have to. If you have a first degree, you do a master's. You go on to do a PhD. You need to keep learning. Learning is continuous. They say if anybody who is not learning is old. Erin Ford said, anybody who is not learning, even if the person is 20, is old. But if you learn at 80, you're considered to be young. It is learning that keeps you young. So the new anti-aging cream is learning. So those of you who don't want to grow old, instead of buying those creams and rub on your skin and be removing things that will protect you, the new anti-aging cream is called learning. Once you keep learning, you keep refreshing your brain, keep strengthening your brain is renewed, you see it on your skin will glow. Have you not noticed that once you find people who have not learned so much, you're not doing a lot of learning, it shows on them. But people who learn, you find that you see yourself young. And if you want to keep young, stay with the young. Stay with the children. Children are always happy to learn something new. So help them to learn. Provide the environment for learning for them. Provide it. Learning is not just academic. Make them learn through pictures, through role plays, events. Take them out, do activities. They learn from those activities. Learning. Let them be outdoor. They call them outdoor learning. Let them make things and fail in making them. Don't criticize them. Let them do what they can. Celebrate the little that they can do. And that is how they keep learning, and learning goes on. Now, to leave a legacy, how do you help a child now to leave a legacy? What is a legacy? What are you? What did you come here to do? Every one of us came And make sure before you leave a footprint. You have to teach your child that, son, daughter, make sure you leave your footprint in life before you exit. You know, you find great men, wealthy men today. You find that many of them are very wealthy. They don't no longer talk about wealth or money. They talk about leaving a legacy. Today, there are so many leaders in Nigeria, for instance, they don't, if you come talk about money to them, you will not get their attention. But if you tell them about a project to support school children, an education project, a school project, a national project, an electoral project, something that will make them leave a legacy, wow, they come alive. You know why? At the exit, at once you're about to exit life, what becomes more important is about what are you leaving behind. And it's good to teach children early. So start early. Start early what you need to do. We say have the end in mind. Put the end in mind. Put your exit in mind. Put the exit for children early for them. Tell them you have to make sure that at the end of life, once you're living life, you leave a footprint, you leave something for this world, in this world. What will you be remembered for? Will you be remembered for good things? Will you be remembered for bad things? What do you want to leave behind? What are you leaving behind for life in life? So by the time the children are able to know that they need to leave something behind, then they begin to walk towards achieving that, which is the ultimate in life. What are you doing here? What's your purpose here? Help children to begin to work on their purpose early. Early. David Jesse, you know David Jesse, he said, "Oh Lord, you are my God. Early will I seek you." David the king, King David, early will I seek you. So start early. Start early to teach about legacy. What would you want to leave behind? And you know, once you'll be saying, these are children, just allow them to be. Start it early. They begin to work towards it. They begin to do projects, community projects. They go out to clean the environment. They go out to support widows. They go out to provide some form of education for children that are less privileged. These things help them to grow. It gives them an advantage. You as a father or as a mother or as parents would have created that environment for them. You take them, you say, we're going to the IDP, something to them, and you take this, your books that you have used. Let's see how we can teach them mathematics, addition today. Then you go there and you put these little children together, bring them together, and teach them and say, this is how to do additions. Once you have done that, you don't tell them. Once you get home, how do you feel? I feel great, Daddy. You see, life is about contributing. What are you contributing to the world? What are you going to contribute to this world? You ask your children those questions. What are you going to contribute? What are you going to leave behind? What will be your own footprint? What will people say about you? What will you do at the end of life? Like one military general, son, and he told his son, he says, "Son, don't do life like me. I was beaten into submission by life. I did not explore. I did not do things that will leave a legacy in life. And today I'm living life, or I'm not living fulfilled. I'm living as something I can do at this time because I'm about to die. So for you, don't live life like I did. Live life to the fullest. Take your calculated risks and make sure you leave a legacy." So, as parents, we must help our children to be able to leave these legacies. The legacy, family legacies, national legacy, legacies that will live after, will continue after they have gone. If we came here and we did not leave the world better than we met it. That means we did not contribute. It's about contribution. Everyone must contribute something to this world before the we say that in your environment, make sure you're doing something that is positive, that is helping people to move. You may not be seen. You don't need to be seen. Teach your children not to be looking for so much. Don't let them not be obsessed with visibility. Let them be obsessed with doing the work, doing the right thing. Wherever you are, it will speak in those little areas, your little spheres of influence. It will continue to speak there. Into this buzz of social media. Social media is very good, but don't make them jump into getting to be seen. Meanwhile, they are not uh, doing the right things. You will be seen. Seed once planted, seeds are not seen. You don't see seeds when they are planted. They begin to grow. Yeah, nobody considers the trunk of trees when they are growing. Nobody considers the leaves and the flowers. But once you begin to bear fruit, and not just bearing fruit, once you bear fruit and your fruit is now mature, and your fruit is now taken and is sweet, you bear sweet fruits. Once your fruit is sweet, the attention comes on you. Everybody wants to have you. Everybody wants to have you. So that is it. And remember, legacies will take time. Legacy to build. So let the journey to legacy start early. Teach your children to start building, to start thinking about what they will live in this world, what kind of person they want to be. Would they want to be the man that will be tied to the tree and be shot? No. Would they want to be somebody that will be responsible for the discovery of vaccines? Yes. Discovery of things that improve lives? Yes. So remember, life is about legacies. So all we have said today is to help your children to be able to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. And remember, don't ever forget is immunization. Make them continue to have this knowledge of these things. Let them be continuously immunized. You know, once you be immunized against a disease or an organism. For instance, if you have been immunized against polio, they give you that vaccine. That thing that was introduced into your body, it may not function, it may not need to function in the next 10 years. But the day the polio virus gets into your system, that vaccination comes alive in forms of. So if you don't give knowledge to yourself and to your children, you don't continuously do this immunization, at a point, once you are knocked down by a virus or a microorganism, you may not survive. So immunization is key. As we continue in our parenting journey, immunization, continue this immunization. Immunize them to how to live, immunize them to how to learn, immunize them on how to leave a legacy. A day will come where all your immunization, all the knowledge that up or stand out or make them stand out, and they will now have a superior advantage. Every child is born to leave a legacy. And it is that very rare privilege that as parents, God has given us the power to be able to help them. As we continue in our parenting journey with all the struggles, yes, a very big struggle, we hope that at the end of life, when we are getting out, when we are at the departure lounge, that we'll be glad to say goodbye. And goodbye to the fact that we were able to support our children and we have brought them to a good place in life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you
making this
so
live
much, sir.
with
Thank you, Coach. I kept writing. I didn't even realize I was not on the screen. I kept writing. My notebook is full. Thank you so much, sir, for an amazing session. I heard someone say this session they enter body. I told you earlier that Coach Isaac Onoja is one of those people that speaks and then you have a mind shift. He has completely blown me away. Thank you so much, sir, for that session. So let's teach our children to live, to let's teach our children to live, to learn, to love, and to leave a legacy. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, so much. In the comment section, I want you to quickly just thank Coach Isaac Onoja while he takes a water break, and I'm sure that we have loads of questions to ask. I'm seeing the comment section buzzing, Coach. I'm seeing it's just buzzing, like chats are coming in per second.
Yes, I saw where someone is saying, "Oh, we just need to package all of these things, put it together in an ebook so that we can keep reading it and all
It's
of
very
that."
important.
But you know what? Let me shock you. You can have it in a book and you would never be able to make use of it. So it's not just about having it in a book, it is beyond that. So
After all, we have it
what you
online.
have here, right? I'm going to share that, tomorrow. Part of what God taught me is a difference between information and knowledge and wisdom. Information and advice, then knowledge and wisdom. They're not the same thing. All right. So when you get access to information, it stops there. For information to translate to knowledge that will make impact, it needs to be systematically and methodologically put together. All right. If it's not in methods, if it's not systematic, if it's not put together, it profits you nothing.
Nothing.
It profited you nothing. That's what the Bible says. And like it was Pastor Osiri that said, thou, I just said profited, and I remember King James Version, thou have said, you King James Version will not save you. And I want to say thank you.
And you know, Coach, a lot of
Yes.
the parents attending this conference are actually having information overload.
Of course, the information is going to overwhelm you because it's information, it's not knowledge, it's information. All right? You need to translate it to knowledge.
Overload.
Yes, of course, it gets overwhelming. I want to say thank you to Mrs. Isaac Onoja. Mrs. Isaac Onoja is someone that have mentored me on this journey. It was Coach Tiwa that said a coach that does not have a coach is a cockroach.
It's a cockroach. We need to have that quote book.
Joy, the kind of quotes I've heard. The kind of quotes I've heard at TFP Conference 2022 have blown my mind. Honestly speaking, I don't know where the coaches have brought them from. And in fact, for my society,
I noted all of my quotes down.
In fact,
all of them. We need to have that quote book.
So I think there's a question on the stream.
Yes.
Sir, how do you work with a partner who feels like no one can tell them anything about parenting? They hit and yell at the children, and it has made me bitter towards them. It's seriously putting a strain in our relationship. Over to you, pharmacists.
Yeah, you see, many of these, he is obviously unconscious. The parent is unconscious. He's a victim of parenting himself. We say victim, victimize.
Yeah.
So if you're a victim, you victimize other people. So
yes.
He's not doing it in using his conscious mind. He's being run by his unconscious mind. He thinks hitting and yelling solves the problem. So now you may need to, it's difficult. There's sometimes these things become so difficult, you don't even know how to even go about it. Parents, if you are in that kind of a relationship, you may need to And let me even say something in that direction. That do you know that some parents can actually be taken out from life by God for this kind of stuff? Do you know that as a parent, if you become an obstacle in the growth of your child, and God sees that you are not changing, you're not helping the child to be what He wants the child to be, He will take you out.
Now
He
that
just take you out. This one will not help me. Because do you know what it means? That God created this child to be able to deliver a certain activity in this world. Then you are standing in the way of the child, not knowing that you are standing in the way of God. So you see, education, learning is continuous. I'm sure many people who are on this call, on this program today, many people were yellers and people who belong to the Slappers Association. But I'm sure you have repented, you have received your healing, you are
And
now following.
deliverance.
Yeah.
Coach
So
conducted
we,
deliverance service.
so we need to pray for more of these people to come in. And you see, especially, when somebody feels he knows all, it's difficult. I can feel your pain. It's very difficult, very difficult. And it's not just male alone. You have females too. You have mothers who are doing the same, fathers who are also doing the same. I was conducting a training for an organization, a corporate organization, and I brought this concept. And one woman there was arguing with me so profusely that she was doing during the training had the indication that she had a childhood trauma going on, but she didn't know.
I think pharmacist is
Yes, he's frozen. I think we lost him. I think we lost him. While we're waiting for him to call, Coach, someone said her husband is not gentle at all. Does that mean her son is going to is going to emulate?
What part of what pharmacist Isaac Onoja is even saying, when he said that God can actually take you out, it means that you can be dead. Let's be, straight to the point. It means that you can die. God will take you out so that that child will become what God really wants them to become. Now, but there's even, something more interesting. What is the way forward? One of the things that we have taught in the inner is, if you are just starting and you have a spouse who is not following, start first. You need to even lead by example. Many of the times I've seen, spouses complain, but they don't even know what to do. Yes, you're complaining that, oh, my husband is not doing this, or my wife is not doing this. But many of the times you are not even aware of how to go about it correctly. Because results will come. Pharmacist is back.
Like Coach Kunle Ologe will say you don't have marketing skills.
That's it.
Go upgrade, mommy.
That's it.
Upgrade your marketing skills.
So
and
you
will join
yourself,
you.
exactly, you yourself even need to work on what you know. It means that what you know is not convincing
It's not
enough.
sufficient.
It's not sufficient. I've always believed that, you get to a point where, if your knowledge is valid, is valuable, you will get to a point where the believability becomes easy. See, nobody is only a fool that doubt proves. Only fools, in the words of Bishop David Oyedepo, only fools doubt proofs. Only fools. Only fools. You can only be a fool when you're doubting. So when you have proof, all right. So when I take you through a parenting journey, I show you proofs. I don't just talk to you. I show you what is possible. If you doubt it, then you're going to be a fool. So if you are able to actually put that, learn, it's also going to really help. And Pharmacist Isaac Onoja is back here. You're back, sir. Okay, I think his network is still. Sir, are you back? Can you hear me? Okay, pharmacist is not back yet. Still, somebody said I paid 2K for sex educate your child like a pro. You know, we cannot finish talking about sex educate your child like a pro. If you were not at sex educate your child like a pro, Oyo is your case. I've had parents come back to me to come and ask for sex educate your child like a pro. And you know, the person said for 2 weeks, my has not laid a hand on the boys and has also booked for inner circle.
Oh, wow.
See, it is straightforward. It's straightforward. You need to know there's a spirit, there's a superior knowledge to what you
Yes, there's
do.
knowledge,
All
there's
right.
superior knowledge.
Oh yes.
So,
Mrs. Isaac, are you
coach.
back here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
he's back.
Yes. Yes.
So someone is
Okay,
saying in
great.
the comment section, someone is saying that in this era of social media, someone is basically saying that how they do not have time to parent their children. Now, when you get to the inner circle, coach makes you take an oath, all right, that you have time to parent your children. It's either you do the time now or you will do it later. All right, so it's either you do it now, like talking about drug users and all of that. It's either you teach your children, you give them, you arm them with the knowledge, or you pay for rehabilitation. Which one is cheaper?
That's all.
You decide.
In the era, with the era of social media, what social media? Social media was created by people. So what are you saying? If both of you are working, you will need to find, it's not balance. You will need to find what is essential.
But
there is no balance. You won't find it. So you need to ask yourself, in my
what's
journey now,
important?
as a parent, what is the most important thing? So what you should be asking is not balance, because you're not going to find balance, because you are constantly always going to be in a place where you're running, oh, my work, oh, my children, and all that. Ask yourself, sit down and ask yourself, what is the most important thing to me now? And I will recommend to you Digital Academy, Navy Bell Digital Academy. Join the inner circle and you begin to see how you will, prioritize the essential, settings. Joy and I today, while the TRP conference, went on and on, it was in the school today. We were at a school function. It was a parenting calling, moment. We didn't have a choice. You see, when you are held accountable by a bigger system, you will quit making excuses. That's just it. Because
someone said that the dangerous thing about your excuses is that they are all valid. all your excuses.
All your excuses are valid.
All your excuses are valid.
I can find the reason not to be on this call. Joy can, Pharmacist Onaja can. But it's a sacred responsibility. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Every excuse you make is a valid excuse.
It's valid.
Pharmacist, welcome back, sir.
You see, there was a woman who had four boys, and she was very angry when she couldn't manage the 4 boys, and she started blaming her husband. Now you see, when you have children, be ready for what you are having. You know, it's not just the love of children. I know a woman who told me her mother had 12 children and she want to try to get to 10. It is not in the number of children. Can you provide all the needs of those children? Can I even tell you something, that there are some parents that the reason why they are poor is because of the number of children that they have. You went
All right. Seems
you
we
went to
lost
have
him
6
again.
children, went to have 6 children, and you had capacity, you were given capacity. You had capacity for 2, you had 6. So it means you had a deficit of 4. Just imagine.
That's it. You have a deficit.
Coach said something this afternoon.
How are you going to be coping? So you see, let us, now we are parents. Some of us have 1, some have 2. If you are planning to have 3 children, do you have the other backup plan to sustain them? Don't be in a hurry. It's not a competition. And children are not for the old age. You say, let me have 5 children so that if 2 die, 3 will take care of me. No. That's not it. Go that way in parenting. If you go that way, you'll be shocked that 5 of them will stay alive. Nothing will happen to 5 of them. And now you have a problem of taking care of 5 children. So if your capacity is for 2, please go with your 2. If it's for 3, go. If it's for 4, make sure you have capacity for your number. Don't look at another person and rush into it and say, I love this family, all lawyers. I want all my children to be lawyers, and it's so beautiful. It is not as beautiful as, it's not as easy as you can see it. Make sure you have your capacity, build your capacity. Don't be in a hurry. Because the truth is, once you start having things, children that are more than your capacity, you start getting very frustrated.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much,
sir. Having children is not a competition. You heard him. Teach your children to live, teach them to love, teach them to learn, and to leave a legacy, and teach them to leave that legacy early. Thank you so much, Coach Isaac Onuoha. We've had an amazing session with you today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much,
sir. We look forward to having you again.
I think it's frozen again.
Yes.
Thank you, Pharmacy. And
it's been a struggle.
For somebody who was to answer directly, to someone who was talking about whether the husband should, go, how the husband will be converted to understand what it is that they are saying. Somebody sent a very valid, statement here. She said, I just lived out all I learned in the inner circle. I did not say a word to my husband. He came to me to ask me to teach him what I know. See, when you bring out superiority and knowledge, when you show, something, when you listen to people and they know, you will find them. I would humorously tell you how I found Pharmacist Isaac Onuoha. I listened to him on radio and I went hunting for him. See, when you hear something, when you hear something superior, you will know. You will hunt for the knowledge, all right? You will hunt for it. You will know that the knowledge. See, forget people who criticize. I was sharing today with a group of friends. I said, people who criticize you know the truth, and they will come behind you in the night, like Nicodemus, to come and ask. That's what happened to Jesus. As the Pharisees were criticizing, Nicodemus came from the back in the night to come and say, Master,
to come and ask,
Master, I know that thing you say is true. So when you actually do it, you will find people coming to you to say, I know that thing you say is true.
It's true.
Today in the inner circle, I shared something. I said it will be safe to say that the structure we build around the inner circle system produces exceptional children. I wrote that, and there have been amazing testimonials on different aspects, of influence, doing exceptionally well for the children, that are there. And Pharmacist Isaac Onuoha said that learning is a new anti-aging cream. The friend I heard him say that thing. In fact, my head did like this. I heard him say it on radio show, and I was like, huh? So learning is a new anti-aging cream. If you're not learning, the day you stop learning, you are
dead. Start dying. You start dying.
You start
aging.
You start aging. That's what actually ages. So leave all the cream you are rubbing. You can see how my face is. we are going to remain ageless for life. I'm going to be turning 40 in few years. And trust me, I will look like this at 50, at 60, because we are rubbing anti-aging cream. Chai, we are rubbing
that's it.
anti-aging cream.
No need to buy cream again. Don't spend.
Keep learning. Keep learning. Let's all keep.
Just keep learning.
Yes.
And keep glowing, and be ageless.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for spending your evening with us.
Yes. What will be your last comment, sir, as we round up today for tomorrow? Alrighty, pharmacist is gone again. Okay.
I'm so glad we were able to have this session anyway.
I know,
Wendy,
right?
Considering all of the network glitches we had with him earlier on. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, sir. If you go back to watch this, we appreciate you. We honor you. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us.
It is interesting that even Isaac Onoja has followed the TIP conference from day one. See, it's interesting how learners are just learners. It doesn't matter where you are, what you do. You don't want to know the kind of profile Isaac Onoja has. But Isaac Onoja is a lifetime learner. You know, always learning, always. Sometimes when we have conversations, you know, we have conversation for 2 hours. And in that 2 hours, I have soaked in so much. And he would call me to say the things I learned when we were talking. And I'm like, look at this, look at Ogao. Oga does not know that I'm the one.
You know, I listened, Coach, I listened to his bio and I was like, this is definitely the abridged version.
Of course.
And I know that's the abridged version. That's not the full version of that bio.
Isaac Onoja is a national treasure. Like I like to say, he's a national treasure. And you know, when he talked about, leave visibility, when you do the work, it will be visible. That's Isaac Onoja for you. All right. You know, he's an absolute national treasure. And thank you so much, sir. Again, I don't know if his network allowed him to get back again. If you can hear me, please share your last words as we begin to close.
All right. So remember to create that environment for a child to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. At the end of life, at the departure lounge, you need to depart in peace.
Thank you so much. At the end of
life, you, sir.
What will you be
at the departure lounge?
At the departure lounge, what will you be leaving? And like Isaac said today, if you block God's agenda on your child, God will take you out.
He takes you out. He takes you out. It's food for thought for all parents.
I think that's one of the most scariest things I've heard today. It takes you out and, you know, replaces you because that destiny must be preserved.
Must be preserved. Must be fulfilled. Oh, wow. What a great way to end day 6, Coach. What a great way to end day 6.
Absolutely amazing. And thank you again, Joy Unspeakable.
Thank you so much.
You don't want to know what we have been able to do to be able to be here today. But that story for everybody. Just know that people have paid the price. People have paid a price for you to be able to actually access this conference. Do not ever think that you are accessing it for free. No, we have paid money, currency in cash, currency in relationship, currency all of the
in
currency in time, in human resources. We have paid the price. And what we're asking you today is, what will you do with that price that we have paid? I have some of my team members that haven't slept in the past. They've not slept well the past 6 years. 6 days. All right. It's been turn over turn. The background work that happens at the conference is much more than what you see.
Much.
And I just want to say thank you to all of the team members. Thank you to our volunteers, especially people who just look at the work that the academy does and just says, you know what, I want to be
a part of it.
Yes. All right. And hey, shout out to my sisters, not Steph, the amazing people in my life. Thank you so much, guys. And Joy, it's graciously representing every single one of them. Thank you so much for encouragement and all of the grace that you guys offer. All right. And thank you so much for everything, for being here, because without you, there is no conference, and we appreciate you. But hey, tomorrow is going to be the last day of the conference. Let me tell you how tomorrow usually ends. When you're done, the conference catches fire at the anointing service. And then you go home.
Mama Cathedral comes in a dress.
You go home very humble. Everything you have heard, you'll be hearing it from another place, from a place of the anointing. But before I even come live, I'm going to have someone that I reverence so much. Taiwo Akinlami, somebody who has mentored me on this journey particularly. And you want to see Barrister Taiwo Akinlami Spitfire. You wonder where I got how Spitfire. I got it from somewhere. Someone taught me. You're going to be seeing Taiwo Akinlami, come to you on child safety. But you don't want to be out of that session. But tomorrow we're also starting with someone that I refer to, my business coach. His name is Coach Sam Obafemi. He's going to be starting the session tomorrow. Sam Obafemi is going to be speaking at 4. And then we're going to be having someone that I've also been privileged to mentor, Omolola Okonwa, all the way from Australia, speaking tomorrow as well. And then we'll have Taiwo Akinlami from the US and my humble self to close the TIP annual conference as usual. Where we'll be announcing to you the next date for the conference. See, this conference is here to stay. If consistency was a name, TIP will bear that name. We are here to create a system of excellence, a system of consistency, system you can emulate, really. All right. One of the things that I tell my team members is you need to think on your feet, and you can't think like ordinary person. And after you work with me for about a few months, you begin to think like someone else. Like, you can't be ordinary. How? There's a grace that the TIP Academy carries that comes on you naturally when you come in contact. And the parents in the inner circle will tell you that there's a grace, that the TIP Academy grace. It happens to all of us. I am a partaker of that grace. All right. Myself, even as the lead coach in the academy, I am a partaker. Today, it was proven again and again that what we do at intentional parenting is valid. It's valid. When you get into a school, and there is a first 3 award, first 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's all children that are in the academy. Taking over.
That is working. The anointing is working.
Over. All right, and you know that intentional parenting is not probability.
It's working.
When you parent intentionally, you will get
intentional results.
Intentional results. That's what we have. I've done this. See, knowledge is about the method. All right. When you are able to share the method you have used, that's what makes it knowledge and wisdom, and be able to replicate it. I've replicated what I've done, over and again, and it's a system I'm replicating in many families. And I urge you to be part of the inner circle. Trust me, the inner circle will be one of the best things that have happened to you. I'm not making mouths, right? If it's bragging rights, we've ended. Trust me, we've ended. We're not even bragging enough. I don't think so. All right, we need to
we're not
enough. Yes, somebody said, come with anointing, come with mantle, come with mantle.
Come with your mantle, come with your oil.
Come with your mantle, because even me,
what is
going to be spoken will be given unto me. I'm not even sure what it is, but I can assure you that the person who sent me will give me utterance. And when you hear it, you know that the utterance is not for me. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you to Pharmacist Isaac Onoja, a mentor, a friend, someone that is in my corner. When someone is in your corner, you can turn around and say, Pharmacist Isaac, and then he just answers I want to appreciate you, sir. I honor you. I adore you. I love you. Thank you so much for all you do for my society. Konoja is an integral part of the TIP Academy. The people that we call the partners of TIP Academy. And I want to say shout out to Joy, Chimokai, and also the whole system of House of Gladness. They're a huge supporter
Thank you
of the
so
work.
much, Coach.
Very huge partner, and we do not take it for granted. We are
Thank you so
grateful.
much, Coach.
We say thank you so much for all you do, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, and I want to say it right on this stream.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much for the privilege.
Amazing sister, amazing partner, whatever it is that you want to think about it, just conceptualize it and put it. And I think very soon we should come and do how to create circles that work and associations that matter, and
yes.
Accountability systems that transform. I think I've earned the right to teach that subject, and
yes.
I think I'm going to bring the system
agree,
that
let's have that. Let's have that.
Thank you so much.
That. It's overdue.
Yes, thank you. And Joy, what will be your last words as we round up this night?
Yes, the pharmacist Onoja said having children is not competition. Don't start having children because others have so much. Coach always says that she only has capacity to love to, and that's why she had to. So please don't have children because others are having. Go back to the drawing board. In fact, the best time to have children, the best time to learn how to parent is before you have children. So go and learn. There's knowledge and there's higher knowledge. Go get higher knowledge. Come to the inner circle. I love you so much. Thank you so much, audience, for having me. Thank you so much to the TIP team. I am so blessed to be a part of that team. Thank you, Coach. I honor you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Joy unspeakable, the most amazing compare you will find anywhere in the world. Yes, my hype woman, call her whatever. Oh yes, that's what she is. Thank you so much, Joy. I love you. Thank you so much to the parents in the inner circle. I've seen you guys consistently back to back. The parents in the inner circle don't get tired. They are constant, they learn like their life is dependent on it. Shout out to you guys. See you tomorrow, starting from 4. We're going to be running, from 4 to 8, and then we'll be going home. After that, announcing all of the systems. If you want to continue to listen to the systems, the structures, to build on it, join the train, join the inner circle train, and trust me, you will be glad that you did. See you tomorrow again. But don't be left on the side, because already I'm told that we only have 10% remaining. 10% is about 100 people. The slots are 1,000 slots. So while you're still thinking, what are they saying? People don't really pay for these things. We've left you behind. And we have created a system that is producing intentional results. No, we're not telling you probability. We're teaching you intentionality. And there is a system to actually produce intentionality. I like the way Apostle Selman says it. When it comes to knowledge, that's when what knowledge is about your ability to replicate what you have done before. It's not by chance, all right? It's an intentional process. See you tomorrow, and do have a good evening.
Yeah, interestingly enough, when it comes to parenting, when we first got married, I was the one who first started teaching my wife parenting. And along the line, she decided to go and study more. And so she did a lot of studies, did a lot of reading of books, did a lot of courses, and eventually emerged as a parent coach. So right now, I'm under her tutelage. And truly, I love learning. And anybody who has the knowledge that I need, I will humble myself and learn from the person. And so I learn from her every day. I attend her courses. I attend the Inner Circle program. I'm always a part of all the teachings and everything. So yes, it's been interesting.
Inner circle is better experienced than explained because it's just, I don't know how to call it. I see Inner Circle as a city without words. It's a city that has everything you need on this journey. Because when you remove parenting and this learning, what else do you want to, you can achieve the success you need. Inner Circle is that place. I always call it the quarry site where we are made, where we are sharpened. As in, there are chisels, there are hammers that are just sharpening you, chiseling out everything that is unwanted to make you fitted to be that parent that will build your child to wholeness.
I joined the Inner Circle program in December after I met Coach Wendy. And I remember when she had talked to me about the Inner Circle program. My son is 17. I was like, what else? What am I going to learn? What else is there to learn? But I must say, when I joined the Inner Circle program, it's an amazing accountability system. And because so many times, the problem is not with what we know. The problem is in the actions, actually being consistent with what we know. So that's really helped me.
I've been in Inner Circle for 2 years, but I've actually been tutored by Wendy for about 5 years now. 2016. As a matter of fact, my daughter graduated on Saturday. And when I sat there in that hall, everything that came to me was Coach Wendy, because it was because of that, my daughter, that I went to look for Coach Wendy. And being in the Inner Circle reassures me every day that I'm in the right path. The things we do, it has made it very easy for me or us to be able to connect with the children with the tools we are given every day. I would never have even imagined those things. When they post those things, I'm like, where did they get this from? So it's been a journey. Inner Circle, if you're not in Inner Circle, I will hold you by the balls, That's just by the side.
The Inner Circle is a parenting community. It's a huge parenting community. And it's been a great pleasure and opportunity to be part of that community. It's a community that has been on the prize. It's a community that needs to get more into the world. Come to learning. A lot has been learned. Personally, I've learned so much from the community, and also even as a father, as an husband. Even as it has made me a better person, even in my office, and even to people I relate with.
The Inner Circle for me is that program that fills all the gaps for me in my parenting. So as a parent coach, it's very easy for you to, go about trying to, help other people with their challenges, and sometimes you forget that you have your own challenges too. So the Inner Circle for me is that total filler, is a system that reminds me that there's so much to be done. And thank God for the Inner Circle, I am able to create that, not balance, I'm able to fill all the space that I ordinarily would have left in my parenting. So it's an awesome program, and it's been a great experience for me.
I think I'm one of the first
I tell people that only fools doubt proofs. You can't see the kind of results and proofs we have at the inner circle and tell yourself you want to jump out. Sometimes I feel we just compile the results into a book, just the testimonies alone. If people think inner circle is for people who don't know what to do, no, it's a place for kings. It's a place you come there and see coaches of coaches. You come there and see fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers. It's not a place for people who don't just know what to do. It's for people who are intentional about their journey. And like I say, I can never get tired of hearing Coach Wendy. And I don't want to expire on time. So if I'm not learning, how am I going to continue in this work that I'm doing? So if I'm not inspired, then I'm going to expire. And I don't want to expire.
Coach Wendy's relationship with us is amazing. You see her genuinely interested in your assignments, in your work. She does this through referrals. She does this through recommendations on, other trainings. She's constantly looking for how every one of us stays on our lane and then dominates that space. She always says to us that, look, the work is a lot. We don't even need to bump into each other. We can stay where we are, do what we have been called to do, and still become stars and still shine. She's amazing at putting everybody together.
Coach Wendy is that coach or that person that, think of the person that has the umbrella that takes everybody in. I don't know of another person that wants the good of everyone at the same time. She's constantly telling you what you need to, focus on. She's constantly interested in your success. And sometimes you think it's just when it comes to work. No, it's not just work. Somehow she manages to connect with you, even with your family, your children, and all that. So she is a unifier. That in one word.
Coach Wendy is rightly called the parenting bishop. You know what the bishop does now? Just gathers all the other men of God in the cathedral, and so she has an awesome relationship. She's a people person. She has this capacity to magnet different kinds of persons and work with them at their different capacity. She's an activator. She empowers people and activates them to succeed on their journey. That's what she does with a whole other coaches that works with her in the space.
Coach Wendy is just selfless. She's a giver. I believe so much in Coach because I can see her sincerity. When Coach calls you, you're gisting, right? Having fun and everything, and then something comes up that has to do with your child. She just switches. You can see that she's not doing this, she's not faking it out there. She knows that your children turning out right is a plus for her. She usually will tell us as her friends that if your children turn out badly, people are going to come for me. So she's committed to ensuring that she's your friend, yet she's ensuring that your children, her children, turn out well. I love Coach so much because people don't know this part of her. She's very accountable. Yeah, there are a lot of things that as her friends and sisters, we can call her to say, Coach, check this. Coach, check that. And she's very humble. Trust me, she will obey. She will comply.
I mean, when somebody just leaves everything she says, everything she says, the strategies she talks about, she practices them. The principles, she lives them. I mean, when somebody is what she says personalized, how can you not believe? She's my friend. I believe in her. I see her live everything she says. I see her do everything she asks everyone to do. I see her model it. I see her raise her kids exactly the same way she teaches us to. I mean, who wouldn't believe in someone that lives what she preaches?
Hey, Mama Cathedral. That word is so funny. Mama Cathedral, the VC. Which other one now? Mama Cathedral, Coach Wendy, the VC. Is there anyone I've left out now? I'm also giving her the principle of parenting Harvard. Because she's just awesome.
Mama Cathedral, mother in Israel, the parenting bishop. People are still saying Africa. He's the world bishop, world best coach.
So sometime in 2018, after the TIP Academy was launched as an academy officially, I thought of what it is that I can do for parents to make, parents begin to learn. And I thought of convening a free online conference. In that time in 2018, it wasn't popular to convene a conference online. It's not like now where everybody is actually streaming live for conferences. And, I got the inspiration to have people just come teach people in our community. And we did that, starting with my mentor, Taiwo Akinlami, and Tayo Yotin, and Ziobi. These were just the three people who were at the TIP annual conference in 2018, and it was so impactful. I don't think anything had happened like that in the parenting space before. It was one of the best things that happened to many parents, and I thought this can be done in a larger scale as we go yearly. In 2019, we came up with having 20 coaches from all over the world, and in 2020, we had 28. By the time we were going to 2021, we were streaming live with 30 coaches from all over the world. And somehow I got in contact with, quite a number of parent coaches all over the world, because I was privileged to have spoken on global fronts, speaking at the Facebook Parenting Summit in 2019, being in the place of global parenting systems, teaching in a parenting forum for the Pakistanis, and it gave me access to quite a number of people. And today we have one of the biggest parenting conference ever that runs online, and we're able to reach parents, thousands of them. This year alone, we have over 1,000 parents who are going to be watching streaming live, and that's something to really be grateful for. So the Inner Circle program is what I call the Harvard of parenting. So I was sitting down in a church one of those days, and my pastor was preaching. It was something that was very unconnected to what I heard. And I heard, a voice said to me, parenting is not about tips and hacks. I need you to create a system that actually takes parents through a process. Because there's no tip here and there that parents are going to get that's really going to help their parenting. That same day, I came back and I called one of my accountability partner, Coach Etima, and I said, this is what I heard, and I need to move on it. I don't even have clarity of what it is and what I should be doing. But I've long, learned on my journey to trust God to be able to actually show me a clearer picture as I move. And as I moved on, to start the Inner Circle program, it was as if everything was opened up to me. And every year, I have been privileged by God to show me exactly what it is that I need to teach parents. At the beginning of the year, my team and I, sit down to create a curriculum. Sometimes those curriculums, I'm wondering, where did you learn these things from? And I like to also say that, it struck me when I heard a friend, a mentor, Pastor Siri, say to me, some things are taught, some things are caught. When do you cut some of the things that you teach. And that is the truth. So the Inner Circle program is one of those things that I caught. And that's why the things that we teach, like I always say, it's not on Google. You can't find it. It's not something that you can say, oh, I heard it somewhere and I want to just Google it and just learn it. It's not on Google. It's not that's why it's called the Harvard of Parenting. The Inner Circle program is one of the best things that have actually happened to many families, and I'm grateful to God for it.
Also, welcome to the TIP conference, the TIP Parenting Conference 2022. And I wish that every parent be a part of this. It's an international conference. We have so many speakers, so much to give, so much to take.
To the fifth of its kind. You cannot afford to miss this session. You miss, you lose. Get your friends, get your family, everybody get on board. Parents to be, join us at this 5th edition.
My advice to you is get a new jotter, and I'm not joking, a big one, and don't miss a single session, because if you blink, you will lose.
Thank you so much for joining us for the TIP Annual Conference 2022, the Parenting Advantage. I thought of the Parenting Advantage when I started reminiscing on how I grew up. A few days ago, I started to talk to someone and I said, I was inspired by people like Flora Wapa, and I thought of it. I had access to these books just because my parents paid attention. So I had these books available for me to actually have access to. And every time I think about it, I actually had a parenting advantage. The question will be, what will you be to your child? An advantage or a disadvantage? This year's annual conference has been put together to show you how you can become an advantage to your child. With 32 coaches from all over the world. I don't like to say that this conference is free. I like to say to you that this conference has come at a price. But there are people who have paid the price. People who have taken the burden of what you should have paid. And I want you to be grateful for the gift of the TIP Annual Conference. Welcome and congratulations to you all.